So I made a video where I psychologically profiled the opposition. I'd like to make a continuation of this. Um, well, basically, let's start with the homosexuals. They might take the whole video because, believe me, I don't like talking about gay people, but the situation begs for it. So anyway, homosexuals, they like to say, well, you shouldn't discriminate against people who are different than you. That's where they try to meet minorities and women. They say we are three people who are different than your typical, white male in the workforce, for example, or in society, and that people shouldn't discriminate on us because we are different. Well, here's the problem, my friends and my enemies, is you are discriminating against me for my political beliefs because they are different. You see the hypocrisy in this? And what's worse is we live in a society where most people are religious, and the major religions in our American society are ones that condemn homosexuality. So even though my stance is different, my core beliefs go in line with what should be society's beliefs if they were staying true to their religion. So you see the problem here. And also, homosexuals fail to address my points, and their answer is to get with the times, And we're, I've pointed out in other videos that we're becoming a more morally bankrupt society, and so they want me to get with the times. Give up your morals like everyone else. And so, people, psychologists and racists and gang members and all the people I've named who are persecuting me for my political beliefs, they expect me to be afraid. And this is what caused my more and more aggressive stance. If you look at Illuminati Part 1, very calm. Matter of fact, let me just let you hear the end of this, It's very important that you hear. This is Illuminati Part 1. Listen how it starts and how it ends.
Okay, a few deities are important, Molech and Boule, and I'll get into them later. Also, Osiris, Horus, and Amun-Ra. Now, whites long ago, the Greeks specifically, used to go to Egypt.
And learn. Illuminati Part 1, I've basically shown you, the foundation of their religion. It's really Egyptian more than Babylonian, because Egypt's wisdom predates Babylon, just like Africa predates the Middle East as far as human migrations. And Egyptian wisdom really goes back, and they were a lot more enlightened than the Babylonians or the Sumerians. Even Queen Semiramis, her name is of Egyptian origin, not vice versa. Egypt didn't get these ideas from Babylon. And Sumeria, they got them from Egypt. But anyway, here's the end of it.
Say groups like the Mongols, even the Mongols had a bigger empire, is because these are white guys. And the main reason they're getting credit for it is ideas that they have stolen from the Egyptians. And it is quite sad that the white people have stooped so low as to steal ideas and not give credit to the rightful person. And then they turn around and make it such importance to them that people put their sources in the back of their book. Well, the original plagiarism has been done by you, Mr. Whiteman, and we are still waiting for your apology.
Okay, so you see how Illuminati Part 1, 9 minutes, 33 seconds. Look up Illuminati Part 1, Ancient Egyptian Wisdom is Black African, collected by Ancient Eurocentrics, and then 2009 attached to Eurocentrics. I believe because I ran out of room. So I come off as very calm. You can see I'm dressed very humbly. I'm just putting my wisdom out there. And at that point, I wasn't receiving too many problems. Okay, so why am I calling out the elite and their very religion, and I'm having no problems? Making video after video, very few problems, very few disagreements in the comments. The moment I start talking about homosexuals and the relationship to the New World Order, the moment I start talking about feminism, all of a sudden, there's huge problems, huge conflict. Okay? So what does that tell you? Are the the elitists on top giving me the problems? No. It is the Eastern Star, the Prince Hall Masons, and it is the lower level minions who want to be part of the change that comes. They don't have a problem with people calling out the people on top. They have a problem with you calling out the people who are responsible for the change that is coming. You see what I mean? You have the old order that everyone pokes fun at and says, oh, we have these problems. And the people who are trying to bring the change, part of the change they want, globalism, a more, just like Rockefeller said, a more integrated global system. And recently in the news it came out that the EU wants its own army and they're using Russia as an excuse. And you see how they play both sides. I mean, it's very, very painfully obvious what's going on. And part of the old world system that they're trying to get rid of is religion. They want to replace it with a homosexual friendly religion, a feminist friendly religion. And you can also see the main reason I played that wasn't actually to show you I just didn't bring it up actually. The main reason I played that video was to show you how calm I was. Okay? What happened? What changed? They started doing psychological operations on me, psychological warfare. The problems really started in, let me see if I can play this for you. I don't know if I have time to do it. But it started with Psychiatry is a Fraud, Part 1. Eugenics and Harassed by New World Order during my study. So when I started touching on psychiatry, and I started making a series about psychiatry, when I started talking about psychiatry, feminism, and homosexuals, boom, the left cracked down on me hard. The white racist right wasn't really cracking down on me. I was arguing with them on videos, making my presence known on many videos. They disagree with me, but they weren't cracking down on me.
Alright, well, I did my own independent study based on people's personal testimony as they try to reach out to the masses about the injustice done to them. Patient 1 said hospital makes them worse. Patient 2 noticed...
I was on to say I'm running out of time. So basically, it was a study I did, the study I rarely cite because it was so long ago. This one, I think this is a repost, is from 2012. It was a while ago. So it's basically in the back of my head. I'm kind of fuzzy. My notes are buried under tons of stuff. But anyway, so I is really talking about these groups that are responsible for the change that's coming. Psychiatry, homosexuals, feminism, and the right didn't really want to mess with me. They didn't really want none. They just said that you disagree with us, we disagree with you. They were more mature about it. But these sensitive. You think it'd be a bunch of racists who are, hyped up, who are like, I hate you, I don't agree, whoop-de-whoop. They were like, look, we disagree with you, and it's in Africa, so we don't really, we're not really going to go that far with you, go there with you, But the gays, the feminists, the psychiatrists, these are the same people who have a different take on Egypt as well. And I don't have enough time to explain why that is. But in a nutshell, feminism tries to highlight the female goddesses in Egyptian mythology. Homosexuals try to say that there was a lot of gays in Egyptian mythology and that some men played the roles of goddesses and rituals and they did homosexual things. And, it's a long story, but of course I disagree with the majority of this. The vast majority of this was not like that. I'm sure there was some sickos in some part of Egypt that probably did some sick, twisted shit, but hey, no empire is perfect. But you see how there's a difference between the average video that I make these days. There's some videos I come off calm, like this video, I make a point of, put on a nice shirt, coming off calm. And there's some videos where I just, I'm very frustrated. And as you can see I'm harassed. Even the title, Psychiatry is Fraud, Part 1, Eugenics, Harassed by New World Order during my study. So they were harassing me. And you see my attitude change. I'm aggressive. I'm not backing down. I'm calling them out. And one of the first martial arts challenge I made was back in 2012. I was very upset, lashing out, wasn't going to take no shit. And they're responsible for my race stress and the race background stressors. And they turn around and try to drug me for it because I'm the political opposition. Fuck those groups. Thank you.